What's up, everybody? Schaefer Customs, Schaefer Racing. You know, backyard YouTube mechanic. Not a professional, by the way. Got a couple of new things. Figured I'll give a little update. It's gonna be a short video, but I wound up scoring the mini power steering pump for the LS Turbo Swap Camaro. I got the mini high torque starter for the boys 85 Cutlass. We've been doing a lot of work on. If you've been following along, you know that. So theoretically, it should just bolt right into the old ICT bracket. But I'm not gonna put it in there yet because I gotta, of course, come up with some lines. But my buddy Eric hooked me up. Thanks. Give him a shout out. So we got that. Obviously, I ain't done much to the Camaro. You know, I've been plucking away at the boys' Cutlass. Still got low life. But yeah, if you guys are bored, you want to follow me out back, I'll show you the new setup for 57. We're actually gonna get back on that one here soon. Now you guys ain't seen this one yet. This is actually, it's the wife's little first mini truck. Little Ford Ranger, Chevy guy, but you know, I got it off my buddy. Good price, good little gas sipper. I'll tell the wife, but I'm gonna slam it in the weeds in one of the next videos. You come over here. You know, I got the old 57. Come in a little closer. So I got a new setup for this. So we're gonna go ahead and take bring them in here and show them. Got old smoking out of the Camaro in there. If you guys been following along, you know it. I put it in and knocked immediately. It was very unfortunate. We wound up pulling the top end off to find a body screw that was in number 1 that we've been smashing around in there. So I did the right thing. I just bought another motor, even though I got Fat Boy Jr. in there on the stand. Built that a couple years ago. The LS, just waiting. Why don't you put that in there? It's gonna cost a lot more money. See, I got this one over here. Got covered up for you. Let you give a couple guesses. Give you a minute. You know what? Nah, I'm not going to show you yet. You're going to have to follow along, and you know, and then I'll bring it back and show you this. But it is for the 57. We got her on 20s. Trying to keep the mice and everything out and squirrels. But it's just going to be a little street car. Not going crazy with it. Nah, I will show you guys it. A little excited. Thanks, Eric. It's nothing special. It is to me, but yeah. Can you guess what it is? You probably already did. Sure? You ready? Oh, look at that unit, huh? Of course, it's a Ford. No. Nah, sweet little 350 vortec roller cam. Got some cool valve covers on it, high rise. Yeah, that's going to be the new power plant for 57. I don't know much about it other than it was a turnkey motor. It's got new flex plate, supposed to be drop-in ready. So you know, if you follow along, it'll probably be in the next video. I got to buy a bunch of little odds and ends for it, different radiator thermostat housing, brain fart. But little 350 vortec. As far as I know, it's pretty much stock, I think. So it'd be great for the street car. Big old 4-door should move it pretty good. It sucks about a little smoky, but I'm gonna hang on to that motor. That motor's got a little sentimental value to me. It was in my Camaro back when we were Schaefer racing. Yeah. Had a lot of fun with that motor. Like I said, I'm gonna regasket it. I think I'm just gonna do the wrong thing right. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And I'll put that in something else. I don't know, but for now we're gonna wind up throwing this Vortec 350 in there, keeping it automatic. Love to actually put the 4-speed in it, but a lot of you guys, I got too many projects going at once, but that's what keeps us going, right? So yeah, make sure you follow along. Next video will probably be, we're gonna pull the 57 up, drag it out back. We'll bring it up and around, and get the kids to help me pull the motor out, and we're gonna drop this one in, and hopefully in the next, I got what, 3 weeks to get it ready for the Butler drags. Take the big old 4-door down there and have some fun with it. See what I can get out of it. Yeah, hey, thanks for watching. Be sure you subscribe. Y'all have a great night. What's up, everybody? Well, we are back on the 57. Sorry I don't have a mic, you might not be able to hear me, but so today's D-Day. We're gonna pluck the motor out again. We got the new setup here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a professional. If you guys are bored, you want to follow along and watch me tear into this 57 Chevy here. I did put the motor out of the Camaro in it. Yeah, I wound up having a body screw in the #1 piston, so yeah, it's gonna come back out. Throw this new setup in there, and pop this hood off. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Just doing this on my own stuff. I have no script. Bury yourself in it. Grab it and lift. Put it over here. Just like that, you can take it off. Oh. Actually tore this apart, I don't know, a couple months ago, me and my buddy. So, I ain't really looked at it since. Now I gotta find some intake bolts, so I can put my plate on. I take bell housing bolts off, torque converter bolts. I didn't put any water in it, so that should be good. Motor mounts. Find all my brackets and whatnot. Yeah. Bring it out here and show you a little bit. This will be a series of videos because I'm not going to be able to get it all done in one. It's the new setup. I'm not going to be running the spacer, but 350 vortec carbureted. Yeah, we're going to pull this one out. It's actually ran in the Camaro. If you go back in my videos, you can actually, see this one back when it was still healthy and didn't chew on a screw. But yeah, I think I'm gonna still regasket it and probably use it in something else. Maybe I'll throw it in my truck. I don't know. Yeah, I'll use my old trusty, no wheels on the back, cherry picker to pluck it out. I'll throw you guys back on the stand here and I'll be back in a minute. Let me grab some wrenches, some tools. Little old and squeaky like me. I'm gonna wind up walking into it a couple times probably. One of these days I'll get some wheels for the back half. Probably not. Yeah, I gotta check the car up a little bit still. Sweet little setup though. Can't wait to hear it. I don't gotta go super high up, just high enough so I can get my belly under it a little bit. Man, what a nice day out though. This thing's got a laundry list of stuff to do. Sit on this block, hopefully it keeps it up high enough. It is in park. I will have the wheels chopped in the back. Got around 20s. I don't know if you've been following along, you know, but I'll give you a little walk around. Pretty cool old car. 57, 210. This is the 4-door model, but very some surface rust in the floor starting because it doesn't have any seals in it. So I try to keep it in the carport out back, but yeah, I'm just gonna cruise it around. There's some interior pieces, and man, they just don't make them like that no more, huh? Yeah, like I said, if you're bored and you want to watch me do it the wrong way, hey, follow along. I'll throw you back on the stand and a lot of the times just gonna be chasing the bolts and whatnot. I'll find some intake bolts. Like I said, I took it apart months ago, so I don't remember where I put everything. Horrible at that. I know. I gotta bag and tag them more. See if I get lucky. You'd think they'd be in here somewhere. Gotta find that couple bolts. I think I found them. I'm just bolting the intake back on so I can pull the motor out with it. Hopefully the rain holds out. My trusty battery step stool. Yeah. We got all the fancy stuff over here. So, what are you all working on? Let me know down in the comments. I like to check you guys' stuff out too. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I do what I do. I've just been, working on my own stuff for pretty much my whole life. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I'm alright. Yeah, you can always get better. Always learn new stuff. Still, doing all this on my phone. Over here we gotta do it weather permitted because the Camaro's in the shop. Can't leave that out here because I got a little more than that. There's no seals, no T-top seals. No breeze right now, none. It's pretty nice. Whew. Alright, let me throw a couple more of these bolts in here. Bring it back in a minute. Oh, there's the wife. Everybody say hi. Just tightening these bolts up. And then we'll move on to the bell housing bolts. Torque converter bolts. All the boring stuff underneath. Wife come out to help. She's hiding right now. Got an electric impact too, and I'm using a wrench. What's up, everybody? Here we are back on the 57 Chevy. Save you from all the little boring stuff. I got one bell housing bolt left, and should be able to pluck the motor out. And we're gonna swap a couple things over onto the one behind you there. Motor mounts and whatnot off of this one. So yeah, let's get this motor out. Good and tight. Ratchet rims would be nice. It's already falling up. Get the bolt loose, the motor falls out a little and gets tight. I mean, it was just installed not too long ago. So. At least there's a breeze now. Just gotta throw your leg up on her. Grab a rag. It's a little greasy. One bolt fighting me. Alright, sorry y'all. That's it, show's over. I got the bolt out. See if it comes out. That's gonna fall. Climb all over this thing. Oh, still in the motor now. You go up with the transmission, so. Multi-tool. There it goes. That was the pop that they wanted to watch. Still got feel on hooked up. Alright, I need a screwdriver. This one's got a mechanical fuel pump on it. I gotta switch back over to electric fuel pump for the other motor. I'm gonna have to come in here and clean all this up with the motor out. You know, it's not horrible in here, but knock some of the cobwebs out. Maybe clean up some of the wiring. Let's get her out of there. Old Smoky. slow. Turn some more. Believe it or not, yeah, believe it or not, me and this old cherry picker pulled a lot of motors out. I'm gonna bring them on the other side. Do a little close up. Poor old Smokey. Was a good setup. Somehow a screw wound up going through the car, the filter, the carburetor, down in through past the valve, and sat on the piston, and that was what was knocking. I didn't run it very long. I did leave an indent in the piston. Slow and steady. I don't have back wheels on it either, so. Fuel. Who else is plucking a small block out of a 57 Chevy? Let me know down in the comments. Woo! It's out. Yeah, a little dirty in here. We got the solid mounts that we put in 8 years ago or whatever. I moved the motor and trans forward. It was like 3/4 of an inch to clear for the firewall. We didn't want to beat up the firewall. But yeah, I'm gonna set this one down on the ground and move a few things around, and we'll bring you back when we're dropping the next one in. On this episode of Chevy Customs, I got motors in. It's kind of hooked up. No front accessories on it. No water pump or nothing yet. Throw a little gas cords in there. I don't have a return spring. It's going to be just a little short video. See if it'll fire. I think I got the timing halfway decent. Way too much of this in there. I already added a little bit, so that's way too much. Alright, let's see. But I fired up way too easy. Sweet. I'm gonna hook the fuel line up, and still gotta do all the front accessories. Throw a little timing at it. Yeah. Be sure to like, subscribe. follow along for an update video. Thanks. I haven't tuned it or timed it or nothing, but sounds good, man. I was having some starter issues. So here we got a pile of starters. This is the one, oh sorry, this is the one that was in it. I couldn't get it away from the flex plate far enough. It was grinding, sounded horrible. So I got a couple of them sitting out here. You can just see the differences in them. I wound up needing this one. It's for the 168 tooth. I had this one in it, but like I said, no matter what I did, it wouldn't get far enough away from the flex plate. So we got the right starter in it now. No more grinding. I already threw a little fuel in it. It is the stock starter, but so I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up now. It is open manifolds, kind of. I hooked up the other side, but this side, the flex plate's been cut. Very excited. You know, once I got the right starter on there. Yeah, I learned some new things about that. Easy way to find out, you know, with the stock style, if it's straight, it's 153, angled, it's 168. Or you can actually measure the flex plate. And if the flex plate is 14 inches in diameter, it's a 168 tooth. The 153 is 12 3/4. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I did some research because I was having some starter issues. I did have to put 2 shims in it, but yeah, we got her. I gotta put the whole front accessory on still. I want to point out, I had a couple guys reach out and, you know, they noticed like this was wobbling. There's actually it's pretty cool. I mean, you can't see it right now. There's timing marks on it. If I spun it around, I didn't have the bolts tight, right? Because I got to put all the front accessories on, so I didn't bother tightening that. So that was wobbling a little bit, but I appreciate that. Yeah, super excited. It's running. I'm gonna go through and throw the front accessories and everything on it. I got a tune carburetor, you know, but starters and those Chevys. Yeah, we'll bring you back when I get the front accessories and everything on, and I gotta wind up replacing all the lug studs. You know, they're just too short for the wheels. I don't want them falling off on me. Run some fuel line, handful of other little things, but other than that, we should be hopefully on the road soon. If I can't make it to Butler at the end of this month, hopefully I can make it next month. But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, follow along. I appreciate it. Here we are, bring you back. I wound up messing up on the end, turning the camera off, but so let me see if I can get you down here. So yeah, that gasket right there has to actually go in the bottom of here. I will put some silicone in it. Just hoping I can get that out enough. And yeah, let's get this new timing cover on. It ain't gonna be today. So it's been a long long day. I'm running out of light, but yeah, new cover. And hopefully when I get it back together, put the pan back up in there, it all seals again. Break it. But yeah, it's gonna have to be another day. Said I'm running out of light, but I'm gonna keep plucking away at it. You were saying in the other video, I had all this off the drum, the hub. I had it in the garage and torched and pounded out one, just to find out I had the wrong studs. That's my bad. But yeah, I still gotta do the control arm bushings. I know I keep saying it, but trying to bring it back around. This is the stud, as you can see. Just took a beating. But this part right here is, I looked it up and it's like 0.561 or 0.557. The studs that I actually ordered, base down here is a 0.480. If you guys are wondering, you can learn from my mistake, right? But yeah, got the boy's Cutlass out there. He's been driving that thing daily. Trying to drive this thing daily. You know, it's a lot of work. But probably gonna wanna, yeah, like I was saying, it's got the one pot of death here. I'd like to really change that and do the upgrade, but yeah, maybe in the future I come up with some money. Yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You know, help this little channel grow some. You know, we've actually come quite a ways. This poor guy's still sitting in here. I know. Like most people, I got, you know, too many projects going on at once. Oh yeah, and then this is the motor that was in it. A little dark over here. Somebody didn't pay the light bill. I'll turn the light on for you, but so this is the one that was in it before. I don't know if you guys remember that. Got it running, fought me. I finally got it running and ran good till I shut it off. And then it fought me again. I finally got it running and had that like main bearing knock. Let me see if I can turn the light on. Oh, hey, there you are. So anyways, 350 TBI heads. It wasn't the motor, yeah, it wasn't the motor. It wasn't the 57. So when I was pulling the front accessories off this one to put on to the motor that's in it now, well, I confirmed my suspicion of thrust bearing. You know, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah. So when I was in the car, and you know, I got the clutch and everything off Old Smoky, bunch of parts on top of it. But when I was in the car, and my dad was doing that big old burnout, and it broke the motor mount, shoved the motor sideways into, it caused the distributor to hit the firewall, busted the cap, and basically shut the motor down at like 4,000 RPM. Well, shoved the crank forward into the thrust bearing. No, I get it, you know, I'm not a professional, but it shouldn't be making that noise, I don't think. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't a rod knock. I've made lots of those knock. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wind up, you know, selling this thing. Needs a rebuild. You know, if anybody's interested, I'm gonna wind up keeping the intake. Sorry, it's nothing special, but Edelbrock intake. Yeah, I'll leave the shiny chrome. Get your home valve covers on there. Yeah, then we still got old Fat Boy Jr. You know, I wound up buying a harness. Just slowly plucking away at everything. You know, stockpile a bunch of stuff. It's got the 243 cylinder heads. They went to the machine shop. They got milled down to 61cc. It's got triple MLS head gaskets in it. Brand new oil pump, timing chain. If you go back in my other videos, I threw a comp cam in it. It's got a 600 lift cam in it. Should be pretty stout. All brand new injectors. Yeah, it's got the Speed Engineering headers that I bought for the Camaro, and then turned around and, you know, just threw a freaking turbo and some headers on it. Still got the harness and the dash cluster out of the Firebird, the old formula. Got the 6-speed in it. The whole harness is in it. I really do a lot of work on this in the wintertime. It's the only one that sits inside, so you know, I take advantage of the nice weather and I work on my other stuff outside for my neighbors. They love it. They're not too bad. But yeah, it does run if I threw the tank back in it. You know, one day I'll get her back out. But yeah, just some of the stuff I got kicking around. You know, if I don't sell it, it'll just sit there. I am keeping the engine stand though, or the engine cradle, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy y'all, you know, liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. We're up to 365 subscribers. I know it's nothing, but for me that's a lot. Like, that's crazy. So, you know, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Got our little trash bag turbo on here. This is what I should have had earlier when I dropped my camera and shut the video off on you, just when I was starting to get good. But yeah, formerly still Schaefer Racing. You know, I got a lot of videos. If you go back in the older videos, you know, all the racing days and, you know, stuff like that. But like I said, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. You know, you guys follow along. I keep repeating myself, sorry, but it's been a long day. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and thank you. Y'all have a great night. Oh, hey, what's up? You know, today's a short little video. Schaefer Customs. Not a professional at all. We are laying under the 57. Probably wondering what I'm doing under here other than wanting to take a nap. You know, I'm going to be out of daylight soon. So, I'm actually pulling the oil pan off. Yep. Off the motor that I just put in not too long ago. Because when I was going to put all the front accessories on, because, you know, I was halfway down the home stretch, I decided to try to be lazy, fast, whatever you want to call it. And I forgot that these Vortec motors actually have a plastic timing cover, and I put a bar down in there to put a little leverage so I get the harmonic balancer bolt out, so I could take the I had to get the bolt out so I get the pulley on, because that goes in through with it, and I broke it. Yeah, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Yeah, welcome to hot rodding, or Schaefer Customs. Definitely didn't want to, but you know, if you guys are bored, lay under here with me, watch me drop a bunch of this rust in my eyes. Try to get this pan off. I gotta pull the pan off because it has a one-piece oil pan gasket on this one, and the timing cover has to go into that. And I mean, I could probably pull the seal out far enough and get the timing cover down, but you know, if you guys know these small block Chevys, if you don't get some silicone up in them corners, she's gonna leak. Probably gonna leak anyway, but I hope not. So yeah, I'm gonna continue taking these bolts out, and we'll take a look in here together. I gotta wind up running to the parts store and either buying or renting. I'll probably just rent it. Harmonic balancer installer tool. So I learned years ago, it's really not that good to hammer the balancer on. You know, may or not have made a couple motors knock that way. You know, you shove it back into the thrush bearing, and then if you don't, you know, hammer it back the other way, of course, you just burn the thrush bearing up. Done that a couple times. Don't tell nobody. Oh. Drop the bolts on my head. And this does have the metal reinforcement straps, or whatever you want to call them. Very nice. I will be putting that back on. You know, I do have safety glasses, but I don't want to get out and go get them. This is that bar I was talking about. Basically, it goes up there, and you probably know what it's for, but if you don't, it just keeps from squishing, you know, the pan and the gasket. So we got all those out. Pull this side out, and I already drained the oil. I'm pretty sure it's 4-bolt mains, an 880 block. We'll find out as soon as I take it off. And then go up top, pop the hood back off. I did get the new, of course, right in my eye, safety glasses, safety squints. You know, sometimes they work. But I got the new timing cover gasket, or timing cover for it. I did order all new studs. Found out, should have done a little more research. Actually wound up getting it wrong. I mean, the thread pattern is right. The length was right for what I wanted. They call it knurl, K-N-U-R-L. Basically the base of the lug nut on this car, I think it was like 0.0652 or something like that. There was like 2 different sizes like that, and the ones that I got were 0.480. That's on me. You know, it happens. Good thing though is they should be able to work for this guy over here that's still sitting on jack stands. Yeah, because I've been trying to pluck away at this, the old 57. So yeah, I'm debating on going down the rabbit hole on that. You know how that goes. I'm like, do I bother ordering new studs and then spending, I don't know, a couple $100 on studs and bearings, and you know, and then either hammering the piss out of them. It took me quite a while because I don't have a press, and you can hammer them out. I torched it with my little map gas torch. Hammered one out last night. I wound up putting it back together so I can make it mobile for now, but yeah, it might be worth just sending it to the machine shop. But anyways, I went down the rabbit hole, and I don't have the money right now, that's why I put it back together, but I'd really like to, because this still has the drum brakes all the way around, and the one, they call it one pot of death master cylinder up top. But yeah, I looked at a bunch of different kits, conversion kits and whatnot, and I think it was Speedway. It's got one, comes with the drop spindles too. But then, of course, I didn't get the lower control arm bushings. I did get the upper ones, they haven't come in yet. But you know how that goes. As soon as I start into that, then I'm replacing everything. I mean, I might as well. It's very well used. 1957. Just gonna wind up replacing all the suspension, like the tie rods, and I'm gonna wind up ordering the control arm bushings. Might as well do shocks and springs, but I'd like to lower it. But the kit comes with everything: the brake booster, the master, the rubber lines, the hub, the spindle, you know, everything. And it's like $800-900. I think it's Speedway. It was on there. There's a bunch of different ones, but it was just for like stock replacement parts. They had Willwood too. You know, it's really whatever your pocket can afford. And I got a wife and 3 kids, responsibilities like everybody else, you know. So you can only do the little things at once. Well, about once a month. But you gotta keep plucking away at them. You know what I mean? Bring them back to life. Drop the bolt on your face. That's gone forever. Yeah, let me know what you guys are working on. I like to hear it. You know, see pictures and whatnot. See the safety squints? Works every time. I'm gonna try not to make a huge mess, and I'm hoping the paint will come off with tie rod bar in the way. If not, it may wind up being another day. You know, it's getting dark out. I only got the little light there. But let me go grab a screwdriver or a pry bar and see if we can get this pan out. Oh, is this one gonna work? Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah. So it should come off fairly easy, but will it come out? I don't know. Not looking good. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. It's just not going to come back far enough. And I could try to get this one out, pickle fork that one, take this one. Yeah, that means I gotta take the other wheel off. It's been a long day. I was really hoping I didn't have to take that out. I mean, theoretically, the pan is down. I wonder if I could go up top and see if maybe I can sneak the timing cover down in with the pan lowered. I know, you guys just do it the right way. Yeah, you always wind up biting yourself in the ass. But it is the one-piece gasket, so maybe I can get lucky. Let me climb out. I'm gonna pop the hood off, and I'll come back and get you guys, and we'll grab the timing cover and maybe first see if it even is gonna fit. It should, but yeah. I'll lay here for a second and procrastinate. All right, let's go. You're still down there? Alright. I'll climb back under there and grab you. Doing this out in the driveway too, so my neighbors think I'm crazy. I'm over here talking to myself, but you guys out here. So yeah, I had this all apart. I did get one out. Like you see how short the studs are. All the stock stuff. I ordered the whole bar, but I'm hoping timing cover will fit. Well, sounds like the girls are home. Let me set you down. I don't know how good you can see. I should just grab the holder. What's up, y'all? Here we are back on the 57. So, I got the bracket on. The other bracket didn't wind up working. I went back to the cheap one. Took it down the road. We got first and a late second. So that's more than I had before. And then I did what I should have done, which is check transmission fluid. She's a couple quarts low. So, I'm out of tranny fluid. So for now, we're gonna call it a night. Get some more tranny fluid, and then hopefully I didn't burn the transmission up. I didn't go very far, so should be good. But yeah, slowly plucking away at it. Will it shift next time? What's up? Welcome back. Got the balancer installer, some oil. Bring it back on the 57. Attempt to try to put everything back together, and gotta put the electric fuel pump back on it if I can. I'll throw the wheel on now and get back on the ground. wind up taking it back off whenever the other parts come in. If you're wondering, we're running 225, 35, 20s American Racing wheels. Hot one today. Sorry, I got the longer studs. These are just a little too short. The wheel on it, put it back in the ground. Now we're going to attempt to throw the Hallmark nails around, throw the front accessories on, hook up some battery. Of course, I got one top post, dead of course. I forgot the adapters to go from side post to top post. So, see how far we get today. I love them drum brakes. Still hot. Boring part. I'm gonna put your finger in here. You just drop it like it owes you money. Joking. Whew. I tell you, this don't get no lighter either. Gotta find a proper dipstick. Good old dipsticks. It's Good thing I got enough kicking around. One of them's got to work, right? It is warm. You'd think I'd get sick of lifting that thing and put the bolts back in the hood, you know, hood back on properly. If I could talk, I tell you. The old one. Yeah, I broke it. Meathead. Of course, AutoZone only had the long style. I had the long style. I really didn't need the long one, I needed the shorter one, but yeah, you can use a longer bolt and washer or hammer it back on, but it's just better to use the right tool. You don't strip out the threads in the crank. That really sucks. That's gonna make for a shitty video. That's why I wanted the short one. What's up, everybody? We are, this episode, back on the 57. We're this close. I don't know if you can hear me, but this close to getting it running. Just gonna finish rigging up a couple wires for the fuel pump here. Climb underneath and do a quick rig job on the flex pipe. We'll see if it starts. We know it starts, but see if I can get it running. Make sure there's no oil leaks. Maybe get some water in it. I ain't putting no water in it yet either. So basically I'm just going to rig up power and ground for the it is warm. The inline fuel pump that I put up here for now. I know it's in the wrong spot. It should be in the back. It's a pusher, not a puller. I have already primed it. Yeah, I'm just going to put some butt connectors on it and hook it to the battery. Fire it off. Just got done raining a little while ago too, so it's always so muggy after it rains. Like I said, this is kind of just temporary. Actually, I'll have to put it in my fuse in there. Talking away. We'll come back to that. That. Little tape on that one. Little tape on that one. You know what? I am going to throw that in my fuse in just in case. I'd rather pop the fuse and catch fire. I will come back and make all this, a lot better. I did get some new wire, toggle switch, different toggle switch, the one that's in the car, but I just want to get it running. Throw some water in it. I'm only using water because, if it leaks anywhere, I don't want to leak antifreeze right now. Here, make it nice and close to the battery. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just working on my own stuff. You guys are bored, Go ahead and follow along. Oh yeah, I am gonna actually, after I get it running, I want to see if it moves, make sure the transmission still works. I'm actually gonna, for now, I got a different set of wheels I'm gonna throw on it just to be a little more safe because the studs are too short, and really don't want the wheel falling off. I want to take it for a test drive and see if she'll spin a tire or two. A lot of you guys will like it. It's definitely the older school look. I love the 20s, honestly, but like I said, I don't like the lug nuts, and they're free and they're here. Sent the girls to the store to get some more gas. There's some 90, 93, some high octane in it. Because the gas that's in it's probably been in there all of 6, 7, 8 years. So when they get back, we'll splash fresh gas in it. Sit out here, look like I'm talking to myself. Neighbors love it. One of these days I'll get a mic so you guys can hear me a lot better from way over there. Like I said, this is temporary. Otherwise I'd use heat shrink and all the fancy stuff. No, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you've been watching the 10 videos or whatever it's been. Dropped the 350 in it, full vortec. It's got a high rise, no name intake, so it's, it is what it is. Through the front accessories, I think they were off early 90s Caprice or something like that. It was years ago when we got it. New belt. Water pump is orange. That was on the other motor. My dad painted that. The pump was new, so I'm like, I'm gonna use it again. Alright, so right now it is not the prettiest, and yes, they're both red. Price of wire has gone up. It's crazy. So that's what I had around. I did get another roll. Fire test. I was going to see if the alternator's charging. Hopefully. I don't have the money for another one right now. This one fits. I don't know about you guys, but most of the time I find myself eats up a lot of time just finding nuts and bolts and whatnot. Unless you got an actual shop with all the stuff at hand. As you can see, I just got my little garage out here. Out in the driveway. Neighbors are out over there watching. Hopefully they're subscribed. Got Chevelle over here chilling. My buddy. Can I get lucky and this one works? Let's see. That was luck. How do I get the right wrench? Don't see any smoke yet, so that's got to be good. Alright. hooked up. Does it still work? We still gotta find out if it leaks. Did stuff a dipstick in there. It's got fresh oil. I don't see nothing smoking yet. Has been raining on and off too. Oh, and then I got the hood springs on. And I had the great idea to lube up the arms and the mechanisms and everything. And back to having a hood prop. I think the springs are just a little stretched out. Everything held when it was rusty and binding up. Alright. So I gotta change this back over, get rid of this plastic. But for now, this is what I got for my oil pressure. I do have gauges inside the car. I gotta get a copper line so I get rid of that burn your car down plastic one. I think it's time for the little redneck hack for putting the flex plate back together. I didn't want to go spend a bunch of money because I'm going to wind up building a whole new exhaust system anyway, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. A lot of you guys have probably already done it. We got some nitro standard hose clamps, a gun. And you can do this obviously with, you know, you can soup cans or whatnot. I just got this. We're gonna put the twisted T on top. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap the flex pipe, put the hose clamps around it. Quick little cheap fix for now, hopefully. Climb on here and get this. See if I can even fit. Of course I can jack the car up. I'm going to angle the head of it so you can get to it. Of course, now when all the spiders come out, just want to crawl all over you. Say hi. guess we got the keystone on the outside. That's okay. Boom. Alright, now the flex pipe is fixed for now. So the exhaust melts the cheap aluminum that they make the cans out of. But boy, it is warm. Also got a air cleaner stud, I gotta put that on. Alright. Still don't see anything smoking, so hoping my hook drop don't fall when it's off. Of course, the only good battery I had was a side post, so I had to get the conversion things. So I got those hooked up. Oil is full. Brand new oil. Let's pop it off. That's not. Fuel pump. Really? Volts. .5 volts there. Oh, girls are back. It's gotta be something stupid. Well, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, gotta have a beer. Say hi to you too. Hi. I added an extra $1. Okay. Looks good. Love you. Love you. You're not put a fuse in that fuse. I should have checked that. It's brand new. Apparently they don't put fuses in them. Let's throw a fuse in there and try this again. 25, 10s. Let's do 25. Pop right away. Well, we got a fuse in there. Let's try it again. Fuel pump should turn off. So I'll pinch my plastic line. There we go. Meathead. Really don't recommend these plastic ones, but hell yeah. Don't even water in it, so I'm not gonna run it very long. It's not charging. I'm gonna have to take this off. This is pulling it back a little too much, apparently. I didn't put the cover back on for the timing marks, so I can't really. All I got is old school light that just flashes, doesn't tell me what it is. That's awesome. Sounded pretty good. Definitely got to tighten the distributor. That's still pretty loose. Like I said, I haven't tuned anything. I still ain't tuned the carburetor. Sweet. She lives. Oh, a little smoky. It's to be expected. Everything's gonna burn off. Find a funnel and throw some gas in this thing. What doing? Throw a rag on the ground, that gas will just destroy your driveway. Actually. flex funnel or longer one with a hose or something. What doing, buddy? I'm going to the house. Is that loud? Did it scare you? Come on. Come on. There you go, buddy. Well, there it is. She lives. I will show you real quick what I'm going to throw on it. And I'll take you down and show you the motor and whatnot, and we'll fire it up again. It does have flex pipe down into new glass packs. I'm not big on the glass packs. It's definitely an old school thing. My dad loved them. To me, they sound like a truck. You know, like I said, I'm going to go through and build an exhaust system for it, but so these are going on just for safety, and they're here, they're free. You know, a lot of you guys are gonna love it just because it's, you know, old school. The old knockoff center lines, they're American racing, but you know, they're off the Camaro. I'm gonna throw it on it. I think they'll look pretty good for now. See if I can take it down without turning it off. Yeah, there it is. The old Edelbroken. Yeah, this is just rigged in here for now. Yes, that is an inline fuel pump. I know it's supposed to go in the back. Do have a filter, wires everywhere. Yeah, brand new. Didn't have a fuse in it. Got a fuse in it now. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire this thing up and hear it from the back. And I don't want to run it too long. Get some water in it. Like I said, I don't want to put antifreeze in it yet. Just because if something leaks, you know what I mean, I'd rather it leak water. So we got rigged up fuel pump. It's not working again. That's good. Oh, come on, you were just running. Oh, there she goes. Here, I got the cluster in here. I'm going to move that somewhere else. Just idling a little high. There she is. One step closer. Said I'm not gonna run it very long. There ain't no water in it. That's awesome. She definitely got some tuning, but whew, I am sweating. See, I'm probably gonna end the video here. I'll bring you back and do another video when I put the other wheels on it. I still got to do the upper control arm bushings and rods. Whew. It's been a journey though. Hey, everybody that's already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate it. It gives me the motivation to keep doing more, you know, my stupid little videos. All done off my phone. No script, no editing. Blinding myself with the light too. But man, that's exciting. You know, me and my dad put this car together so many years ago, you know, and to bring it back, it's awesome. You know, I know he's watching. He's still around. But yeah, like I said, I'll bring you back in the next video. Throw a little tuning at it. Do some more tinkering. Eventually, I am going to run all new AN. Was it AN 9, AN 6, whatever fuel line. Same stuff that I put in the Cutlass. It's actually really good stuff. So I'll run that. I do plan on getting the conversion kit for the front end to do rotors and stuff out front. That's going to take some time, obviously. You know, bills and whatnot, like everybody's got. Wife and kids. And man, I love this kind of stuff. You know, I do it right here in my driveway. Like I said, I really appreciate everybody that's already subscribed. You know, it just motivates me. You know, if you're not subscribed, it's free. You know, I'm not begging nobody. But it definitely motivates me to do more. Sometimes it takes me a little longer to get the videos done. You know, due to weather and motivation. You know, sometimes that takes the longest. But yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the little video. You know, stay tuned. We definitely got more coming. I appreciate it. On that note, y'all have a great night. It seems to be a little sticky though. So it's not like plopping right open. Some pretty normal wear on the gear here. As you can see, that valve though. Other than this one ain't. Oh. I gotta break down and get the drop spindles for the front, because I lowered it, did the C-notch in the back, axle flip kit, and then of course did the proper thing and cut the springs in the front. So I'm just chewing tires up. But oh, was that second? That felt like second. Can we get third? Can we get third? Oh, I'm pretty sure that was third. Can we get fourth? Oh, that would be so fucking cool. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Woo, she shifted through 4. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, man, she's all over the place still. Woo. Look at that slop in the steering wheel there. All that. Oh, man, I can't stop laughing. I'm smiling. Hope you guys are happy for me too. Alright, let's go ahead and see what she's got. Love it. Second gear. Woo! Oh. Third gear. Man, she pulls like a champ. Fourth gear. Oh, smell that rubber. Smell that success. What's up, everybody? We are back on the 57. Give you a little update. I did actually wind up finding the right lug nuts. So, and unfortunately, the center lines wouldn't fit anyway. They actually hit the ball joints. So we got her running. Also got the upper control arm bushings and rods done on both sides. I ordered the lowers. I also ordered the proper kick down bracket for the Edo broken. Puts it back here a little more. It's just and then it's got that cheap bending one. So I ordered the proper one for that. So hopefully the old transmission starts shifting again. It did shift before, so hopefully it does again. I also ordered some upper and lower radiator hoses. I'm going to order a new radiator. It's starting to seep up in here. Ordered a new fuel line. I'm also going to run that back in the back. I'm getting a new fuel tank for it. But yeah, a little 350 vortec. Does have an exhaust leak. As you guys can see, the rigged exhaust pipe that I put back together. It works for now. Let's see, what else did I order for it? Bunch of little shit. Gauges, new gauge cluster. Don't have any of them hooked up yet. I do have the oil ones just kind of sitting down here. I got the I wanted to replace the plastic burn your rig down line with the copper. Well, it was cheaper just to buy the whole cluster, so I went up ordering the whole cluster with the copper line. It was like 30 bucks, I think it was. The temp sensor doesn't work. Sure, you can run it in the intake. A lot of people like it in the head. I just got it up there for right now. Probably gonna run it back there too. Also the hood springs. Those are the original hood springs. I showed you guys how to get them on after they're off. Well, unfortunately, I lubed it up, and as you can see, I got a hood prop again. She just don't stay hard. So, yeah. This look good on them 20s, though, boy. Go ahead. It's gonna be a short little video. I guess I'm waiting on parts, but I'll fire it up for you. Piss the neighbors off some more. You can hear the exhaust leak. Oh no, though, it's not bad. Stock is stock and be for the motor. Stock 350 vortec. I ain't throwing no cam at it or nothing yet. Maybe one day. She has thrush glass packs on it, flex pipe. Yeah, it's getting there. You know, none of these are hooked up. I am gonna move this. Yeah, that was just thrown in there years ago. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I ordered a whole new cluster just because it was cheaper to, instead of replacing or buying this one, the copper line and the temp sensor. Yeah, this one wasn't working. I still got to hook up the volt, but you know, sounds pretty good though. I get the alternator charging. Probably gonna wind up swapping it out. It's one of those deals that, you know, everything worked when it was parked 7 years ago. But yeah, I got a fan shroud. But the radiator that I'm gonna order, you know, the old eBay unit, actually comes. It's a 3/4 aluminum. I'm gonna hang on to this one, but it comes with a fan shroud and electric fan. Yeah. Getting there. Chevy Customs. Favorite backyard mechanic, back at it, you know. Maybe one day it'll have a high rise and a couple 4 barrels and, you know, sticking out of the hood. It's gonna be a fun little cruiser. You know, they just don't make them like this no more, huh?